the second video of this channel. So for those who are new here, I highly suggest you watch the first video where I really outline my motivations, and I did a quick analysis as well of the indexes. But really, long story short, this is my trading journal. This is my personal analysis. This is just a way for me to build accountability, a way for me to have fun while analyzing the markets. Just share it to other people as well. And hopefully other people who watch this learn from what I say. Okay? But I want to highlight the fact that this is again a personal analysis only, which is why I have to disclaimer. I have to give a risk disclaimer that stocks are risky. Stocks are prone to losses. Stocks are high risk investments, and not everyone is fit to invest in it, but everyone can invest in it if they put in the time to study the markets. Okay, so very specifically, this video is just for educational purposes only. Nothing in this video constitutes legal, accounting, financial, or tax advice. Read at your own risk. Nothing I say is a recommendation. It's just really analysis of the markets. And I hope you understand that. Okay, because trading is very risky. Trading can give big losses. It can give big wins, big losses. It's a matter of your own trading system. Okay, so let's dive right into the PSEI chart. So last video, which I highly suggest you watch, yung pinag-uusapan natin sa PSEI, the index. Okay, itong resistance na to. So yung nakikita ko sa market at that time was that the PSEI, kailangan niya ma-break tong resistance na to show that it's stronger. That this year, may potential tayo to make money. And lo and behold, that's what happened. Nag-breakout tayo from that resistance, and we're now above that resistance, which is a very good sign. We also had what we call a golden cross, which is when the 50-day crosses above the 200-day. Okay, so those are very good signs that we saw in the time between that first video and this one. And what I really like about the PSEI is that it's showing strength compared to the US market. Okay, because it's the US, it's still below that trend line that we were looking at before. Okay, so US, sabi ko before was that we need to really break this trend line to show that the US has strength, and we still haven't. Okay, although it's good that we're above the 200-day. Okay, compared to the Philippines, which has already broke out, mas malakas, okay, from this in this period ang PSEI. Okay, so that's good. I want because it gives us more opportunities in the Philippine stock market, which has been a laggard for ever since the pandemic happened. Okay, we've been a laggard. We still haven't gotten above 2020 and even 2018 all-time highs, diba? So there's still a lot of work to do for the Philippines. Okay, and we're gaining some strength, which is good. So we've had this rally, we had a base, and then we had a rally again. So now the Philippines feels a little extended. Clear naman from this candle. Uh, Candle 2 days, 2 trading days ago, that there's some selling pressure coming into the market. Okay, because we couldn't close above 50% of this candle. So there were some sellers at the end of the day, and that's good. And but what we want to see is that kahit may sellers, okay, kahit maraming nagbebenta, may buyers na sumasalo. And that's when consolidations happen. When buyers and sellers reach an equilibrium. That's what we want to see. So that's what I'm really looking for in the PSEI. And another factor, which is a kind of two pronged factor, is I want to see more leaders in the PSEI. Okay? Kasi when markets base, kapag ito nag-consolidate, that's usually when you're gonna see outperformance from leaders. You're gonna see stocks which are leaders, they're gonna break out while the index is moving sideways. Habang ito pa sideways, paakit na sila, 'di ba? That's how you spot leaders. That's how you spot the next leaders of the market. And those leaders are the ones who's gonna go up in price by a lot more than the index. And the second prong for that is because there are gonna be leaders. That means there are also institutions in the market. And institutions are one of the most important factors of the market because they're the ones who actually have the money, the big money to move stocks and create trends. So, kapag nagkaroon tayo ng leaders, and kapag yung leaders na yun may volume, and kapag sila umakyat, the two prong I was talking about, number one, there are leaders stronger than the market, and there's volume, there's institutions in the market, diba? That's very, very bullish for the market. And that's a market you want to participate in. Okay? So that's what I'm hoping to see in the PSEI for the short term. And just a quick rundown of some of the stocks that I saw. A quick rundown of the stocks I saw in my screener that are kind of leading. What's really interesting is the banks. So financials, right? Look at that. Breakout of this resistance area right here. And really showing strength. And the stocks underneath, the strongest one being BPI, right? For me, BPI is the strongest. Really broke out of this resistance that I've drawn here. Same with BDO, which has broken out of the resistance too. And as you can see, look, BDO is up 18% in the same period that the PSEI was up only like 7, maybe 9%, right? So as you can see, we're seeing leaders. We're seeing stocks going higher compared to the market, but going higher with it. For the banks, though, the only one that's really a laggard that I'm seeing is Metro Banks. That hasn't broken out of this resistance area. So let's see if it's gonna gain some strength. Okay, I'm optimistic because it's better to have a broad move when it comes to the markets, right? So it may just be a laggard for now, but clearly banks have been leaders. And then some of the stocks that I saw were year to date leaders were stocks, speculative stocks like now, right? So now was in a downtrend, and I wouldn't participate in a downtrend, but it's shown the strength already, and if it forms a base here, then that's when you can participate. Why? Because you can clearly map out where's the support and resistance. You can clearly map out where is your stop loss, right? And where is your trigger price, for example, if you want to buy more. So what I would want to see is for now to base out here, and then for the MACD to go down lower to show that there is now some equilibrium of buyers and sellers. That there while there are sellers already because they've made a lot of money. There's also buyers still supporting the price, so it can provide the base, right, the basing period for this stock to eventually move higher. Okay, so for the other ones, the ones I saw were GFC, which is also a year-to-date leader and has been very strong, given the fact that they were severely hit during the COVID pandemic, right? Having negative net income for th- three, for like 3 quarters. That's really hard to overcome. But Jollibee has shown strength, so it also gives a sign that consumers may have some opportunity, right? 'Di ba? Sobrang hina nung Metrobank. Pareho lang sila nung Jollibee na tinamaan ng sobra nung COVID, right? It's just crazy. So yeah, focus on leaders. That's really the key. And then another downtrading stock I saw that was breaking out again was CHP, CMX. So again, downtrend. So it's hard to trade the downtrend because upsides are capped, right? So because there are a lot of sellers. Okay, so yeah, unless there's a really strong move and then a base like now, that's the only time I can participate. And for this one, I guess pass muna. I want to see relative strength. I want to see this fight the trend and then form a base. So that's really how you participate, how you can participate in the market. Okay. Then ICT. ICT, nakita ko lang actually because I was scanning for this video. And ICT clearly, one of the leaders of the market ever since the 2020 crash. And hasn't really gone down by a lot. No, it's sobrang loss. Loss itong stock na to. So, what do I want to see? So, actually, ang ganda pala ng chart nito. Kasi this is what this looks like. It could form a VCP or a volatile contraction pattern, which was popularized, shared to us by Mark Nervini. And as I said in the first video, if you watched it, I'm a big fan of Mark Nervini. Okay, so what I want to see for ICT is to show more strength by forming a VCP. Okay, so VCP looks like this, and this right now looks like a cheat, what Mark Minervini calls a cheat of a VCP. Okay, so this is actually, in my opinion, has potential. So let's see how it goes. Let's in future videos. Pero what I want to see para dito, okay, yung gusto mo makita, ito mag-base out here. Form a cup, form a possible handle, like a VCP, and then break out to new all-time highs. Pag nagawa niyo yun, that tells me bullish yung market. Kasi ICT is an index stock, and if the overall market sentiment is bad, kung yung ibang mga index stocks pangit, hindi tataas si ICT. Mahirap. Kasi it's held by fund managers, it's held by institutions, and if they think the market is bad, they're not gonna help the market go up. So, mahirapan siya. Pero if maka-form to ng base, if maka-form to ng big base here, and it breaks out to all-time highs, that is a very good sign, a clear sign that the market may be stronger. Okay? So, ang dami ko na sinabi, and this is supposed to be quick, so I'm gonna end it there. I want to put out more content when I have the time, and thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something from it, and I hope you learned something that you can put into your trading system. Which again, if you approach the markets, you should have a trading system. If it's possible, if you want, I can also talk about how to make a trading system in future videos. Just comment it below. Okay, and yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching.